Welcome to another Zelda Ocarina of Time video, and in today's video we're doing some big Poe hunting out in Hyrule Fields. Once you catch your big Poes, you bring them back to this guy located in the guard shack at Hyrule Castle, and if you catch all 10, he's going to reward you with plenty of rupees and the fourth and final bottle we need. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey. This is the little guard shack here. It's located right behind the gates to the entrance of Hyrule Castle. Head inside here to talk to our friend. Now you don't need to do this before you big Poe hunt. You could just go get some Poes and bring them back to him and sell them right away. With that out of the way, let's go hunt some Poes. Two things you're going to want to bring for Poe hunting is first of all, a Epona and also a bow and arrow. So make sure we're doing this after the forest temple. The first big Poe we're going to catch is located right outside the gates of the castle. Head south just a little bit and you can see here on the map how far north we are. It's right where the fork in the road is here. Sometimes when we're out hunting these Poes, it can feel like there's a specific hidden marker somewhere we need to activate to make the Poe appear. If that was the case for this Poe, it would be when you cross this fork in the road right here. As soon as we do, we're going to hear the Poe appear, swap over to our bow and arrow, and shoot him twice before he disappears. For Big Poe number 2, we're going to want to head south a little bit over to Lone Lone Ranch. Lone Lone Ranch is that circle area in the middle of the map, and we want to be on the north side of the ranch by the entrance. To get the next Big Poe to activate, we're going to need to get Epona to ride in between that tree and the wall over here. Now watch what happens when I approach this Poe from the east side of the map towards the west side. Every time I tried to do this, the Poe would disappear in the wall before I could get 2 shots off. So instead, try coming at it from the west side of the map. Yeah, see? Much easier to catch when we come from this side. He had no wall to disappear into. The next big Poe we're going to hunt is over by Kakariko Village entrance. Head across the bridge and over in the back corner underneath this ledge by the river, then walk forward. You can see here on the map we are located in between the entrances of Kakariko Village and Zora's River. The invisible activation switch for this big Poe is located at the very edge of this overhead ledge above us. When I approach this spot from on top of that ledge, the Poe would appear, but I would not be able to chase him down. That's why we're doing this from below the ledge. Start from back here and then approach the ledge to make the Poe appear in a spot we can chase him. Now that we've collected our third Poe, our bottles are filled and so is our wallet. So let me show you a way that we can take care of some of this extra money we have while we're near Kakariko Village. It's the shooting gallery in Kakariko Village. Talk to this guy and for 20 rupees you can play the game, which is pretty difficult considering how sensitive these controllers were for the N64. So it might take you a couple attempts and I think it's a great way to burn some money. The reward for beating the shooting gallery is the big quiver, which is just going to help us with big Poe hunting, and it took me about 200 rupees to do it, so let's go to the castle and cash in these Poes. Each Poe you sell this guy is going to net you 50 more rupees, and he's going to mention that there's a total of 10 big Poes out there. That's how you fill your point card, so let's get back out there. The next Poe is located over on the right here. Go past the rock wall and then towards those bushes. That's what's going to make the ghost spawn. The problem is coming from this side, you spawn him in a spot where he disappears into the wall again. Looking at the map for reference here, we are that yellow triangle, and we're in the northwest corner just south of the stream. But to make it so the ghost doesn't disappear in the wall, we're going to approach those bushes from the opposite direction this time. Much easier coming from that direction. Stuff this Poe in a bottle and we'll head to the next one. The next big Poe that we're going to hunt is located near the entrance to the Gerudo Valley, so head south on this road here in between these two fences. And you can see here on the map we are just west of Lone Lone Ranch. This time the spot that's going to activate the big Poe is the fork in the road, specifically this spot right here. So stick to the left as to not activate the big Poe yet, at least not from the north. We want to turn around and activate it from the south. Stuff this big Poe in a bottle, but don't run off yet. We're exactly where we want to be for the next big Poe. The next Poe activates right by this tree. You can see here on the map that we're still right next to Lone Ranch. To make this big Poe spawn, we're going to go right in between this tree and this bush. Stuff this big Poe in your third bottle and we can head back to the castle to cash these guys in. With these cashed in, we've already got 600 points on our card, which means there's only 4 more big Poe out there to hunt. So let's first collect the one that's furthest away from Hyrule Castle right now, which means we're gonna have to ride past the entrance to Kokiri Forest. We're looking for a group of trees and bushes. Here's the spot on the map where we're gonna activate this big Poe. It's just at the end of these trees and bushes. Now scoop this guy up in one of your bottles and we'll head to the next one, which is actually pretty close. Just turn around and start heading towards this tree to the left. You can see on the map here, we're just at the south tip of this trail. You can also see that some bushes just appeared by this tree now that we've gotten close enough. It's riding through these bushes that activates the next Poe. Then we'll stuff this big Poe into a bottle. Now let's keep heading back towards the castle. You want to make your way through this fence here and start heading towards that big rock. You can see here on the map, we're at the spot where this trail forks off into 2 trails. And it's literally riding into that rock right there that activates the next big Poe. Stuff this guy in a bottle, and even though there's just one more left, we don't have enough room in our bottles, so it's back to the castle. Sell the big Poes back to our friend here to refill your wallet, and at this point you should be at 900 points on your punch card. We'll find the last big Poe on our way towards Kokiri Forest. Specifically, we're looking for this wall in the middle of the field. The wall on my right here is the brighter line on the map, and you can see it bends at this point. It's riding past that spot that activates the big Poe, so stick by this wall. Stuff this big Poe in a bottle, and then hop on Epona and let's head back to Hyrule Castle in the guard shack where we can talk to this scary guy and sell him the last big Poe. Turning in this last big Poe is going to give you 1,000 points on your little punch card, which means you're going to get rewarded with the 4th and final bottle. And that, my friends, is how we collect all 10 Poes in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey.